Okay, so now we'll start our question answer session from chapter 1, class 6, social science history. And name of the chapter: what, where, how, and when. So open your book. In the first question, it is match the following. Question number 1. And there are two columns, left column and right column. You have to match the two columns. Now I am directly writing the answers on the board, so you follow that and write on your copy. Okay, so first one is Narmada Valley. So Narmada Valley, it is the evidence of hunting gathering. In the right column it will be evidence of hunting and gathering. Next one, point number 2, Magadha. So Magadha matched with the first big kingdom. Now number 3, it is Garo Hills. Now Garo Hills matched with the evidence of early agriculture. Now in this case, now left column number 4 also, Indus and its tributaries. And Indus and its tributaries matched with the first cities. It developed on the bank of river Indus, the Harappan civilization. Now number 5, the Ganga Valley. Yes, it is also matched with the cities about 2500 years ago. So this is the question number 1. Now we will go for question number 2. Now the next question, it is list one major difference between manuscript and inscription. So the question is list only one major differences, but I will give you two differences. So first make a box like this and make two columns, manuscript, one for manuscript and another for inscription. Now in the box of manuscript, start writing in the column number 1, manuscripts are old handwritten accounts. And in the side of inscription, you should write number 1, inscriptions are engraved from form of writing used for various purposes. Now point number 2, it is on the column of manuscript. The number 2, that these were written on palm leaves or on the bark of birch tree. Birch tree, you already know, one type of coniferous tree. So now in the column of inscription, point number 2, so these were written on hard surfaces like stone or metals. So these are the differences of manuscript and inscription. So we'll go for the next question. Okay, now in question number 3. So question number 3 is return to Rashida's question. Can you think of some answers to it? So can you imagine that in the beginning of the chapter, so there are some questions given and one girl's picture was there named Rashida. So what Rashida asks at the time, the Rashida's question is, how could anyone know what had happened so many years ago? So the answer is, we know that historians use various sources to know about history. Full stop. Some important sources are manuscripts, coins, inscriptions, archaeological sites and evidences. So this is the answer of question number 3. So I will repeat again. So Rashida's question is, how could anyone know what had happened so many years ago? To change the paragraph with a bullet, we know that historians use various sources to know about history. Full stop. Some important sources are manuscripts, coins, inscriptions, archaeological evidences and archaeological sites and evidences. Full stop. Okay, next question. Make a list. Question number 4. All the objects that archaeologists may find. Which of these could be made of stone? Now the answer is, archaeologists may find these things in their findings, like number 1, potteries, the clay pots, number 2, the statues, the sculptures, number 3, ornaments, number 4, tools, number 5, skeleton, number 6, toys, number 7, cloth, number 8, weapons, number 9 inscriptions, and number 10 coins, etc. Change the paragraph and start writing that out of these statues, ornaments, tools, weapons and inscriptions can be made up of stone. I repeat again that archaeologists may find these things in their findings like number 1 potteries, number 2 statues, number 3 ornaments, number 4 tools, number 5 skeleton, number 6 toys, number 7 cloth, number 8 weapons, number 9 inscriptions, number 10 coins, etc. Change the paragraph with a bullet. And out of these statues, ornaments, tools, weapons and inscriptions can be made up of stones. This is the answer of question number 4. Next question is, why do you think ordinary men and women did not generally keep records of what they did? Now the answer is that ordinary men and women did not keep record of what they did because point number 1, their life was full of difficulties and they would not be having enough time of recording their lives. This is point number 1. I am repeating again that ordinary men and women did not keep record of what they did because point number 1, their life was full of difficulties and they would not be having enough time of recording their lives. Point number 2, maybe they lacked proper writing method. This is point number 2. I am repeating again that maybe they lacked proper writing method. Means they don't know how to record their past. Number 3, point number 3, they did not feel the necessity of keeping records. This is another reason. Now the last question of this chapter. So the question is, describe at least 2 ways in which you think the lives of kings would have been different from those of farmers. It is question number 6. So first, to answer this question, make 2 columns, one for farmers and another for kings. And I also given here 3 points, both the columns, but they want 2 ways, but I also given 3 ways for your convenience. So first, farmers, in the column of farmers, start writing point number 1. They had to produce their food grains. And in the column of kings, they had to protect their subjects. Subjects means their people who lived in their kingdoms. Now next point in the column of farmers. Number 2, they were living in the huts. And okay, so now in the next point, it is in the column of kings, that kings were usually living in big palaces. That is point number 2 of kings. Now we go for the point number 3 of farmers. Now in the column of farmers, write down point number 3, that the farmers did not keep records what they did. And now in the column of kings, point number 3, that kings kept records of their battles and victories. So I'll repeat again from the beginning that farmers, point number 1, they had to produce their food grains, and kings, point number 1, they had to protect their subjects. Farmers, point number 2, they were living in the huts. Kings, point number 2, kings were usually living in big palaces. Farmers, point number 3, the farmers did not keep records what they did. And kings, point number 3, kings kept records of their battles and victories. So that's all from the question answer session. So next class we'll start a new chapter. Thank you.